What's the deal, everybody? I'm your host, Jay the Dub, and today I'm here with my good friend Adam from Top Shelf Tacos, soon to be with a partner, Top Shelf Burgers as well. We're gonna come give you guys a little insight on who they are and what the business really is. What's up, Adam, man?
What's up, big dog? Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir, man. You already know, long time coming. So, man, just tell us a little bit how you guys started up Top Shelf. I know you guys started in a little hole in Long Beach. That was my first experience. Yeah. My sister found you guys after a night at the club.
Yeah.
Took us, and I remember it was the fire, the green one. I was like in love with it instantly.
Well, before we gotta tell the story, dog, cool we burn?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's burn some, man. Top Shelf came from, at that time everybody was like, yo, we need the Top Shelf.
Yeah.
Where's the Top Shelf at, Top Shelf was hot at that time, everybody wanted the Top Shelf.
Yeah, that's when the weed game was really...
Yeah, it was up and coming, the legal game, everything was just like, the weed was finally being legalized, and so it was, always just looking for that Top Shelf. And then, we burned some, and then we were like, damn, go get some fucking tacos. And the tacos taste like shit, like we go look for some tacos, like, fuck, that's just whack. We go another spot. Oh, that's just whack. So we were just fucking burning. It's like, you know what? We need some fucking Top Shelf tacos. It was like, we need some Top Shelf food, dog.
Especially with Edgar and their family, their family all in the restaurant business. Like,
yeah,
you guys know what good Mexican food is. Like, you guys don't want to be fucking going to this fucking, little rinky-dink ass taco truck that salsas ain't on point, the meat tastes regular and dry as hell. That's one thing, like, what got me with you guys, because at the time, I really never even fucked with pastor like that, ever. Like, I would, if I was going to tacos, it was chicken, asada, and chorizo. Yeah. That's it. And then I had your guys' pastor. That was the thing. Like, I remember the first time I went, I was like, my sister was like, you gotta get the carne asada fries. When you guys first moved to Carson, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna get the carne asada fries. Next time I was like, man, can we put pastor on there? And it was Elena behind the thing. And Elena was like, yeah. After that, I was like, all right, we're here. Yeah. And I remember at the time, it was just the one side in Carson. We went maybe like 3-4 times a week. And Edgar, as soon as we walk in, would laugh and just be like, same order? And then when I finally came in for my interview, he was like, oh, you finally got the idea of want to not just eat here, you want to work here too. I was like, man, I'm here all the time anyways. It's more, you guys give a more friendly family vibe when you go in to eat there. It's not like how everywhere you go out to eat, it's just a business.
Yeah, and then the thing is, like, especially during that time, I feel like the food game's changed a lot, There's a lot more concepts, there's a lot more different brands.
And you might want to cover the mic.
Oh, shit, right there. Is that cool, though?
Yeah, you're good.
Let me fix this shit.
Yeah, it's just, the food game's been a lot crazier, but how do you guys, like, I know you're, is going to start the burger thing, but even with the tacos and the rebranding, we've talked about, like, how do you guys still be, like, motivated to keep changing up when the game changes with you?
I think we got lucky with the Top Shelf name, because the Top Shelf name gave us something to fall back on.
Yeah.
What the fuck we doing this shit for? Like, what are we serving? What are we selling? What are we providing? And it came back down to Top Shelf. Yeah. With Top Shelf service, Top Shelf food, Top Shelf tacos, and it doesn't matter what the fuck we do next. It just got to be Top Shelf. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck if it's jewelry, if it's a fucking skate shop, or it's fucking tacos or burgers. We got to do Top Shelf. And that's the thing in business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Whether you call it Top Shelf or not, you got to provide a premium product, something that's, it's quality.
Makes people want to come back.
And then you take care of them. You got the Top Shelf service.
And that's why I think it is, especially when, you, Edgar, Oscar, everybody's in there. Like, when you guys, if it's Oscar at the cash register, he gives you that bubbly personality that makes you like, oh, this guy is happy to be at his job. Although, when it's dead and Oscar really wants to talk to you, Oscar's gonna be like, man, this fucking place, bro. Like, but it's just, you get that home feeling vibe. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't there long. I was going, I was young, bro. I was young. I was going out all the time. I was working, doing shit at the bar. So, shit happened. But like everybody I worked with there, I will say that was besides working for Buns, and I think that was more because I got a chance to be a manager, and that was when I got my shit together and I grew up. Like, they gave me the opportunity to be the next person I was supposed to be. When I was with you guys, it was just, I didn't look at what I had in front of me, because working with the company was amazing, bro. There was never a day I woke up and I was like, man, I gotta fucking go to Top Shelf today. Fuck. It was just like, oh, I gotta go to work today. Yeah. Even though Tuesdays, I hated when I look at my schedule on Tuesday, be on there, I'd be like, oh, and that was prime Tuesdays. Like, that's when you guys were like, you first reopened both sides. So every fucking Tuesday, I still remember just looking at Adrian and him shaking his head at me because the fucking list would be tickets and then across, and I'd be like, what the fuck? I remember the first Taco Tuesday warned me, and I was like, it can't be that bad, bro. I worked at the fish market, but then when it started coming in, I looked over, I was like, oh shit. Like, all right, it's a different breed. But I think that's why you guys give that top shelf product, top shelf service. It's all love. Like, I don't think people realize you guys really put a lot into figuring out your guys' marinades, and if it's wrong, if it's right. Like, being there mornings or nighttime, I always seem like if it was you or Edgar or Adrian, like, trying to figure out, does this taste right? This tastes right? Like, and you guys don't bullshit. Like, normal restaurants, once they get their flavor, that's it. They're probably going to stick with that flavor for 20, 30 years as long as they're open, and it's never going to change. But you guys steady trying to change it. And the one thing I thought about today was, if y'all motherfuckers don't bring back that chili verde, that chili verde was always
so
top tier.
Giving a top shelf taco, giving a top shelf product, that was the easy part. But where we kind of fell off is trying to figure out how we do that all the time. It doesn't matter from the very fucking moment we open to the time we close. So the way I see it is like, when you get a charola of some meat, most of, everything in there is going to be top shelf until you get to the very bottom. So that's where it's like, it's cool during the daytime, but it's like, why isn't it good now late at night? It's like, you know what? It was kind of like the charola becomes shaky. Like when you get a bag of blood, like the bottom shake. Nobody wants to fucking shake, bro.
Because at the end, it's just, I remember, like, that was one of the things we always had to mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it and mix it. But after a while, like you said, the bottom does get to a point that's like, this is
and
trash.
it could be a Taco Tuesday where it's like the thing's moving fast, like we're getting rid of that whole charola, but still it doesn't matter, like whether you're selling it fast or slow, like it's still, whatever's at the bottom, get rid of that shit. Stop trying to think like, oh bro, we got to make every fucking dollar out of this charola. Like that's the thinking that kind of fucked us up. And that's like, when you got certain people in the kitchen where they don't see that, they're kind of like prioritizing
the money.
We're going to lose money. And it's like, bro, we're going to lose a fucking customer.
I used to, working at Trump, and that's where I left to go work for you guys, because Trump had just got to a point that the chef there was disrespectful. Like, one time he whistled at me, bro, in the middle of a fucking brunch. So there's a fucking 200, 300 old white people, and this white dude's, hey, bro, what the fuck? I was like, no, bro, I'm cool. It's done. And it was because he prioritized the money over the wellness of the food, or, is this customer gonna come back? And that's how I felt like up there. Like, you work for a company like that and it's all dollar signs. They don't give a fuck about the customer. The one thing they see is that customer's gonna come in dollar signs, and if they don't come back, fuck it. The next rich person from PV is gonna come in tomorrow anyway. So, and then going to work with you guys, and you guys do a lot, like even for the neighborhood and everything, like, and then how you want to do the burger place, and you're gonna leave it in the same neighborhood, the same city, like it's just, you guys do a lot and you guys show a lot of love, and I've been there for numerous times, bro. Like kids or something come around and hey, you guys want a juice, anything, like, and it's just. I think that's what it is, bro. It makes your customers keep wanting to come back and fuck with you because you guys give that family love.
And that's where I learned it from the customers. I learned it when there's like people like since day one, since we launched the Instagram, and it's just like, there's these names and they just keep coming up, and it's like, it's actual people that are coming in, and you start connecting them. And then they're just, they've been showing love since day one. So the thing is, if we take care of them, even if one day we do fuck up, something, whether a fucking taco's missing or something, like, they're going to be cool about it. They're going to be like, like, we support this place, they're going to I'm going to let them know they'll take care of me. Give me the fucking taco back,
But even then, I think you guys are so, loved by your guys' customers and the service you guys give, that even if you miss that taco that one time, they're not gonna care, bro. They're gonna, bro. It was a busy night.
Because like you said, when the tickets are rolling and the tickets are touching the floor, like mistakes are gonna happen.
Yeah,
sure. Like mistakes can happen, but as long as we can let them know, hey, we'll take care of it. We'll just let us know.
That's why I like being in the truck industry for as long as I was. It was like 3 years, and working during COVID and all that, and doing those COVID trips. Like, it made me like really like, I guess, more familiarize myself with how the situations go like that, like when you fuck up like bad, and it's just like, but it's not really fucking up bad, it's just, you're a human, bro. Like, it don't matter how good you can be on the grill, you can be fucking the Iron Chef Bobby Flay, and I guarantee that motherfucker has missed a gang of times. Yeah. There's no way he's just always...
I have a homie, King's Raffle, he does a raffle.
Yeah.
So, I paid whatever it was, $10, $20 to enter the raffle. I got a gift card to Mastro's. So I was like, last night we went, took the fam, just did a pickup and then took it home, eat at home, have a good dinner, and they fucked my order up. Like, there's Mastro's,
Yeah.
Like, see? As much as I liked it, I walked in, the vibe's good and stuff, but yeah, I was like, they fucked my order up.
Yeah, I know a gang of places that have done that, and it's like, places I give a like, oh, they were fire, I'm gonna go a second time, and it's always the second or third time I'll just be like, damn, you guys fucked my shit up. And now that I'm like gotten older, I'm lactose intolerant, so when I get home and there's like cheese or something on the shit, I'm like, it's gonna be a hard night tonight, but I'm gonna eat it. But damn, bro, and I've never had you guys fuck up any of my orders. So
yeah.
And it's funny because it's funny now because when I call in an order, my shit's precise. I want the tacos in a box, and it's funny because if it's a Rare or it's Oscar or somebody, they'll be like, "All right, Joe, we'll see you 15," and hang up. And every time, whoever's in the car with me is like, "Bro, you eat there too much." I'm like, "Bro, I used to work there." One, I go, two, yeah, I ate there a lot. Because even to this day, my sister says like, the boss still remembers me. I'm like, bro, they're good with faces. Don't let them fool you. And she's been going to you guys since Long Beach.
Yeah. And in the location that it's at, you're gonna run into people all the time,
bro.
I ran into people I went to elementary, and it's like, middle school. We went to a different school. I haven't seen them since. I'm just looking at this dude, like, I think he was looking at me, and I was like, bro, what's up, dog?
There's a gang of dudes I went to middle school with that are from Wilmington that I remember cooking there and sitting there, and it's like a dead day. I'm over here, burrito bam, here it go. I'm just standing there in the corner. Yeah. This fool's looking at me, I'm looking at him, he's like, Joey? And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, hey. Yeah. And then it just started happening one by one. One time my kid walked in, bro. I remember standing behind me, he was like, Dad? I was like, the fuck? I looked, I was like, oh shit. And my baby mama looked at me and she was like, oh, what the fuck? And I was like, I worked here. So that, like, little shit, bro. Everybody, you guys, especially with the jalapeno poppers, and when you guys had the, what was it? The bacon wrap shrimp. Fire. Those things were fire. I remember we used to always say, hey, let's just get high and go to the top shelf. And we'd get 2 orders of fries, both the poppers, and then some tacos, and we just be looking at it, and there's always our minds are bigger than our stomach because we just be looking at it like, fuck, you ain't gonna finish this. But it's gonna go home anyways. But you guys have always, bro, even when you guys, now how you guys change it up to add a meat every once in a while, that shit's fucking cool, bro. Like, that, it makes you keep wanting to come because you're always gonna want to try different stuff.
That's why we used to have all the meats, you know? But like you said, having the good food is one time, but good food all the time, you know, the order right all the time. Yeah. That's the harder part, bro. That's what we were trying to master.
Jackfruit?
Jackfruit had to take off, you know? So the thing is, like, you know, we adjust our menu based off we look at the fucking sales sheet.
Yeah. You guys, but I get why you guys had it. Like,
it does sell, but like
the option of
trying to get so that's why we kept the veggies. But when you gave people options like the bacon wrap shrimp or the bacon wrap poppers, you know, the jalapeno poppers, and it's just like they're both gonna sell, but one's just gonna sell a lot more, and the other one's gonna be like, you know, anything like less than like, you know, 1%, 2% of sales is just like, do we really need to keep it on the menu? Yeah. You know? And if it's only selling that much, then it's not going to sell much and it's going to sit longer. So that's what you don't want stuff that sits, you know, like you want everything, the produce, the meat, everything in rotation.
Yeah. You want everything to stay fresh.
So keep it fresh. That's the hard part. All the time.
Yeah, you guys always worked out a thing to stay fresh with the cheeses, the sour cream, the lettuce, everything, like trying to work it out throughout the day so that it didn't just sit there. So
keep it top shelf.
You guys always top shelf. You guys always.
So that's why we had to get rid of a lot of stuff, you know, because the old school like vibe of restaurants, the Mexican restaurants, especially like, you know, Edgar's uncle's restaurants, like they got 100 menu items. They do the sopas, the caldos, they do mariscos, they do the burritos, they do the platos, everything, you know. So it's too much stuff sitting. It's not rotating fast enough to be fresh. So, you know, you could get the lobster carne asada plate, but then when you have it a second time, it's just like something's off, you know, the lobster's off something, and it's just like that lobster was the bottom lobster, you know? And it's just like, damn it, I never ordered it again, you know? And I used to love, you know, going to, you know, the hood restaurants, and you're gonna be able to have access to a bigger menu, but when you know people aren't really eating there, it's just sitting a lot longer. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, and that's like.
So we trimmed it down.
I'm not trying to knock them out, but like, cause you guys you guys.
All our families own, all the restaurants, you know. But
you guys is all in-house family like that grew the business, but it's like when it goes to taco trucks and stuff like that, like you can't beat a mom and pops from a taco truck, because at the end of the day, you don't know how long that meat's been sitting there, because they're not precising themselves on how you said a top shelf quality. They're gonna let that shit sit there and keep stirring it every maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But end of the day, if you go pick up tacos at 2:30 in the morning, 9 times out of 10, that meat's probably very fucking dark. But that is what happens when you go, and it's that type of fucking atmosphere, and that's that type of business.
So, I mean, a lot of them, the old school restaurants and family restaurants, they are hurting. You know, because like I said, there's more concepts, there's simpler concepts, and they're not innovating. You know, they're not like, they've been the same system for the past 30, 40 years.
Especially when you have places like, I mean, just to name Chipotle out there, like it gives you like they want to market it as a healthier product, but necessarily it doesn't mean it's healthier.
Yeah.
It might sound healthier, but I work there too. It's not healthy. That shit is disgusting, bro. The behind the scenes is crazy. I'll still eat it though, don't get me wrong. But behind the scenes is crazy. But like, you guys are giving like the grill's always clean when you cook, and when they're done cooking. That's the one procedure I know that you guys are really tedious on, because as you say, you're trying to give a top shelf quality. And every time, bro, it's just your guys' food is like organic, bro. It's not like necessarily organic, but you guys giving organic, like. Yeah.
And it's Edgar's dad making the main dishes. He's the one making the real carnitas. He's the one making the real al pastor, you know, like.
And he's still
years of experience, you know. So it's like he's still like technically he's the main chef.
Yeah.
But he's not a guy that's running the kitchen or anything. He's just doing his thing. You know, Edgar's dad's doing his thing. And he's in there quietly. He's been the number one. He's the one who actually gave us the first loan.
I've heard him say maybe 10 words altogether the whole time I worked there for that year, and it's just
Tony.
He's so friendly though. He give you the smile, everything, and you can't really piss him off. He goes with it. He don't let anything bother him. Especially like on a Taco Tuesday when he has to get up there. Man, that guy wraps a taco faster than anybody I've seen.
To this day, bro. To this day.
Oh my God, damn.
So I just told Edgar, I was like, man, your pops, man, he's been, he's the main one, you know, like, but he's that type of person where he's just in there doing his thing, you know, like he doesn't bother nobody. He's a really nice, respectful dude. Yeah. But, you know, like he's focused on his specialty, you know, like that's what he does.
Cutting the meat, everything.
He cuts all that carne asada. He does, you know, like he's the real, you know, secret behind Top Shelf, you know, like that's where it's like, damn, it's harder. Like if we do another Top Shelf, like how can we get another Tony, you know, like, it's hard. Yeah. So that's why like Top Shelf was a concept that was created from, like I said, all the family Mexican restaurants. Hey, it's good food, but they got too much things on the menu. Yeah. And so it's like Top Shelf, we like this simplify it. But then we still had a big menu.
You know what it was though? You guys give, like you said, Top Shelf tacos, where it came from. You guys would get high and go try to find tacos, and they weren't good. Yep. You guys give that high vibe, like the food, like the Top Shelf fries, the loaded nachos,
we got the reggae bumping.
Yeah.
We got the old school bumping.
Yeah,
you know?
the reggae.
We got the vibes,
and then there'll be rap on, there'll be R&B. Like it's always something different, but the food gives you like, I want that, and you guys got on time, and you guys got sing. Oh, let me get all that. Especially when you started telling people, hey, you guys want a little bit of a mixture, and that mixture of all of them together. Anybody watching this, go to Top Shelf, cross streets, it's Avalon, Sepulveda. You tell him to give you one of each, but no horchata. Everything else but the horchata. And I swear to God, it'll change your life.
Yeah, I just told my nephew Chewy about this yesterday. He blew his mind.
After that, bro, like after having that, that's the only thing I drink there.
I told him the exact same thing. You do all of them except for the horchata, you know?
I forgot who it was one time we were there. I want to say it was Edgar's little brother. He was like, I'm going to just throw the horchata in there. I was like, you're fucking sick, bro. I was like, that's crazy.
You're just curious, huh?
Yeah, but bro, like.
There's options within the options, you know? You could do, a lot of people like the watermelon and strawberry lemonade. You make your own drink.
Now you guys throw in the beer, too.
Yeah.
So you already guys had customers that would, even I've always heard customers, if only you guys had beer and the game on, you guys put the TVs there. Yeah, the game was on.
And that's what was missing.
You had people there.
That was what was missing.
You guys have people there to come watch the game, and they were only coming to eat. So now you incorporate having the beer license and incorporating that. And
exactly.
I feel like, you know, there was COVID. It was fucked up for everybody for a minute. But you guys came out out of COVID, still swinging. Like most businesses didn't make it through COVID. Yeah. You guys
a lot of
through
businesses.
it. And that COVID money, I swear to God, ask Oscar how much I was there, because I was still working at the smoke shop downstairs. Yeah. And I would take my lunch and let's go to Top Shelf. Go get Top Shelf, come back. Or I'd send my homie to go pick it up, come back. And, you guys came out of it. And then when you guys came out of it, you guys got the liquor license. So you guys really came out with a power punch. And then, now you guys have Top Shelf burgers. How did that come about?
So one thing that, I did during COVID was, you can't go out, you can't dine out, so me and my girl, we had my daughter at the time before my son was born. And it's just like, we just love good food, bro. Like we love good food in a nice, clean kitchen, So it's like, let's go find places that they do both, you know? And then, I don't know, one time we were just like, I just want the best fucking cheeseburger. What's the best cheeseburger in LA, So I did my research, Googled, YouTubed, and I found a Goldburger. Have you tried
Goldburger's good.
Yeah, Pasadena. So, we looked at it. It was like 30-minute drive, no traffic, like it was already like a weekend, So it was like no traffic travel time, like 30 minutes, And we had it, and it was
I don't care. I'm paying that fast track now.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Fuck all that.
So that was the only intention was like, let's go find the best fucking cheeseburger. And then it was good. It was a good cheeseburger. So I started talking about it, and then people was like, "Hey, now you got to go to New York. They got the best cheeseburger." So
I mean, it originated from they started the chopped cheese, so that only does make sense in the ground beef.
So it was the January this year, I was like, I told my girl, like, it was her birthday and we were just trying to figure out what to do for her birthday, And it was probably like a day before her birthday. And I just looked up prices and it was just like, I don't know. I was like,
That's
last
funny.
minute deal,
You've always been that way. I remember just sitting there with you a couple of times and we're working. And you're like, I think I'm gonna go to a fight this weekend. Where is it? Vegas? Like,
yeah.
fuck.
So I looked it up.
Here comes Edgar. Yeah, let's just go. I'm like,
let's do it. So
motherfucker, it's Friday. You guys gotta go today. And you guys be gone. But
so yeah, I told my girl, hey, you want to try a really good cheeseburger, but it's in New York.
That's wild.
It was Expedia, the package, and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, damn, that's not bad. So what I found out when I got there, it's like it's cheap because it's fucking winter. Like it's winter.
It's cold as shit. That's what I told my girl recently. I'm like, hey, let's go to New York. I told her that, and I was like, but it has to be.
And I recommend it to everybody. I recommend it to everybody.
Like December, January though. Yeah. And my thing is, and even like I told my homeboys, my thing is, if I'm gonna go out of town somewhere, I want to go what they're best known for, not just for their food, not just for this. Like, if they're known for being a great and beautiful place to go while it's snowing and stuff, like I want to see that. Yeah. And New York is not best known for being cold, but that's what they're known for. That's when they know.
Winter,
They say that in the winter, even snow coat on, everything, and you have Times Square, like it's a different vibe. Like you see and your eyes are open to like, damn, I'm out of LA, I'm out of California. Like this is not.
But I don't know. There's a weird feeling like we still feel like home.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to that's from LA, like
been to Staples Center recently. Like all the little.
I was there last night. You got Metros.
All the little fucking sides going up to crypto. It's just like fucking everywhere. And I'm like,
that's the first thing I told my guy. I was like, you know what? I don't even think I saw a bigger screen in Times Square than this one right here. Yeah, the big one that wrapped around the whole building.
That was just fucking crazy.
My 2-year-old, he's like, that's a big TV. He's like, Daddy, big TV. And I'm like, that is a big ass TV. So yeah, we went out there and we tried their cheeseburgers and it was like, bro, I was like, fuck, that's a fire ass cheeseburger. So when I came back, we were craving a cheeseburger still. We went to Goldburger, and Goldburger
didn't hit the same.
I tried everything in LA. It didn't hit the same, And I was like, I think I need to get in the burger game, because I not just to South cheeseburger. I need a good ass cheeseburger for myself.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a great concept, bro. And then especially how you guys came out with this kid, especially with the mask and the whole, and then, bro, like the whole. That was our thing when we're sorry you guys see this. When this comes out, you guys if you guys watched the live, we had fucking technical difficulties we moved, but what we were saying was that was probably the funniest skit because you guys got the mask on. Yeah. And the one thing the homie said he said, man, driving down the street and seeing that truck, you can't fucking miss it. Yeah. So that's the best thing. And that's what I always used to tell the owners at Buns, because we were in a black truck. I said, you see, if I see a red truck, I'm going to stop and look because it's bright. Yeah. I see a blue truck, I'm going to stop to see it's bright. Green truck, stop to see it's bright. You see a black truck, it's kind of like, the vibe's kind of, bro, it's not the same as what you would see when you see like a bright ass truck. Like you going to stop. You're looking at a black truck with white writing. It's just like, it's hard to see with your eyes.
Yeah. And that was the first idea. We got to get a black truck again.
You guys are putting black, right?
It's black trim. That's
black
it.
Trim?
Yeah, it's just black trim.
But like the menu and everything is going to be black.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it blends it in.
Top shelf sign is going to be black too, right?
Yeah.
So, see, that's what your eyes are going to see that because it fits with the black and the highlighter behind it. It's just a pop. I can already tell, like, hey, we're gonna go to Top Shelf Burger. Where is it? Yeah. Bro, I shouldn't even have to tell you. Just drive down the street and you'll see it. Like, and that's what it looks like, especially in the video. It's just like, damn, that's a bright ass truck.
Yeah. So the concept from that is like we're always just trying to do whatever everybody else is doing, we try to do the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
And right now with food trucks, that's the thing.
That's the same way. I believe you always got to do something different.
Go this route, dog.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody has the al pastor and the fucking everything all over. You know, all the graphics. And I was like, you know, we got to go this route. We just wrap, you know, a bright color.
It gives you more of a like an upscale vibe that way too.
Yeah,
it's a top shelf burger, but the way it looks, like you guys aren't trying to give like. It kind of looks cheesy because, bro, as much as you can put that picture that you took of that burger or something and put it on your truck, your burger's not going to look like that every time.
Yeah.
Just remember that. So you're still
It's like almost like a sense like they're trying to oversell themselves. Like, hey, we got this, we got this.
I think that's what's the best with you guys, even at the Top Shelf Tacos. Like, you guys it's always been the chalkboard. Like, even when you guys have like the menu on the screen, like the chalkboard now gives you that like, oh shit, it gives you that back in the day, like when you go into the med shop and it Top Shelf for the day, like you're written down in chalk and everything on the chalkboard because motherfuckers is cheap and chalkboard is cheaper than the whiteboard. So it's just, it gives you that vibe. And now that you guys are doing the burgers and it gives you that upscale burger joint.
Yeah, like I said, not trying to oversell it. We just look, we're gonna, and then I like the highlighter color because you just see it everywhere. Now that you start paying attention, like you see motherfuckers working. Yeah. You know, a security dude. Yeah. You see somebody, some safety, a trucker. You know, they always got the safety vest. You know. And you guys see it. You guys see it the most because you guys are right there by the docks, and you guys got the refineries. And you just see them walking in all day at Top Shelf Tacos. Everybody somehow got this highlighter. That's what's great for you guys. Like where you guys are located at with the refinery, and you got people from the docks coming. Yeah. And then you still got you got the business and the warehouses and everything that you got those people. Like you guys are in a prime location and you guys are the best Mexican food right there. The only other thing around there is SoCal Wings down the street. And you guys, bro, people don't want to go to Jack in the Box all the time. Top Shelf is right there. And you guys, now that you guys are bringing burgers right there, like that changes the game a lot. Yeah. Because it's gonna be fuck Wendy's and what's on the corner of the other burger spot? There's Yellow Basket, which has been there. Been there forever. There's one with Tommy's World's famous. The thing with I ain't got no beef. I ain't got no beef with them, man. But you know, one time they came. No, I remember. You know, they blew all their flyers on our customers' cars, and I was like, you know what, like. The sun shines for everybody. Yeah. But man, why you coming over here? I remember that day. I was working that day, so I remember that. But it's just like so low key. I think that's another motivation I had for the burgers. It's my time now. You shouldn't have let me go to New York. Yeah. But it's just. The location is going to be prime for you guys when you guys start. Yeah, we love it. I feel like it's the part. What's crazy is that now you guys can go back to pulling up to the refineries and stuff like that. Yeah. We already got refineries. It's not going to be as hard. Even the one in Torrance, we just locked in with them. It's not going to be as hard as bringing the fucking trays in the car and stuff or in the van. Like now you guys are on truck and bro, it's game for everything when it comes to that. And it's open for anybody. Yeah. Anybody that has their own concept. That's the thing with the food game. If you have a concept and it's good and you got good food, good service, we're in the harbor. The people, everybody's like New York and everywhere. But we go there to get the motivation. What people get wrong with it is they start a business and when people start, they expect like, oh man, why you got to do that? I'm doing it. And it's like, bro, there's enough people out here in this world that are starving. Yeah. There's enough people we can all feed. Yeah. Like, it don't matter if you guys are in the same genre when it comes to the food or you guys are cuisine or whatever you want to say or say you guys is two different things. Like don't think somebody's doing it different with malice because at the end of the day, there's enough fucking people out here to feed and there's enough people out here that are starving that it don't matter, bro. Like when I worked on the truck, I gave free burgers out all the time. Me and my boss always did to like the buns or somebody looked like they're like there'd be a couple of people that come up and be like, I got $4. We're selling a $15 cheeseburger and be like, bro, just keep the $4 here. Yeah. Like have a good day. I hope That's some shit you can't, you know, that's only what a human could do, dog.
Yeah.
That's why you got to have humans and us being there, especially if it's your business, you think more about that, you know, but you got a regular employee, like, you know, you kind of have to, like, that's the hard part, trying to train them where it's like, you just got to be able to read people. Sometimes, like, somebody can't, you know, like, they could barely afford a taco. Like, give them a bottle of water, you know, like give them a free bottle of water, you know, or give, you know, if you agua fresca, like
that's gonna,
it don't cost much.
That's gonna come back a million times to you, because at the same time, that person, you don't know what their luck's gonna be like. You come back a month later and remember everything you did, and that could have been something that helped them that day.
Yeah.
And I don't think people tend to realize, like, everybody's human, everybody's here in this world to do what they got to do and live their life to the best. And especially in the food game, like, that's what you're doing, bro. Food is love.
Everybody got to eat.
Like, everybody eats, and everybody
wants to eat something good. I don't
care
if
least. You're not even like a big eater. Everybody's a foodie. If they see something on TV and it looks good, I'm gonna want to try that. Yeah. Like, LA Try Guy just did Busy Bee, and ever since he's done Busy Bee, my house has been crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, people see it, they want to try it. Like, I watch food shows all the time. I remember when that little, I forgot that Instagram girl that came one of the times, and that girl ate at Top Shelf. Forgot her name, but I remember
they all eat, man. They go eat.
No, but she was a skinny old little Asian girl, and I remember when she came in, you were like, we need this, we need this, we need this. And me and Adrian are over there. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's eating this? And I'm just looking, I'm like, and then when the trays came back empty, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. And she just walks out like nothing. I was like, damn, that was a lot of food, but these people do that for a living.
Yeah. And then there's people that they're charging for that now.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you know, we're a small business, you know, like the best we could do. I'll feed you. I'll give you everything you need to eat. Yeah. And, you know, we trade, you know, you do your video.
But that's anybody in this industry now. It's gotten to the point that everybody's
got a following.
Money hungry.
They got a following, and it's like, hey, I could blow you up even more on TikTok.
Yeah.
So I had this one dude, and you know, it's like he does reviews and videos for restaurants in the hood. So he's like, oh, you know, like supporting your local hood restaurants. And I was like, oh, dope. You know, we in the hood. It's like, hey, doc, you know, come through. You know, like whatever you want, come through. He's like, yeah, for sure, man. But I charge this much. But I was like, I didn't even reply to him. You know, like. Because it's like, you know, he's saying, oh, we support your hood restaurant.
We support, but you're going to get the free food, and you're going to charge me to do the review?
So it's like, he's not really supporting hood restaurants.
It's just like, pay the ticket, and I'll pay you the difference.
So just because you see those influencers, TikTokers on TikTok, it doesn't mean, what it is, a new trend right now is Instagram restaurants. Yeah. Where it's like they just look fucking hot and they look dope and you want to be there, and then you know it's all on the aesthetic of it, and then you go there and it's like it's a shitty service and it's shitty food, and you're never gonna return, you know, whatever it is you sell. If you sell shitty service and shitty food or a shitty product, you're gonna sell once, but the person will never come back. And like you said, we got to make lifelong customers. Yeah. Whether you're selling music, whatever it is, just serve something good.
That's the only way your business is gonna evolve and keep going. Is you have to find people that love what you do and like what, not even love, like what you do and want to keep coming back. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that fan, that customer, that employee, like if you don't make them feel comfortable and make them feel the love, and even when it comes to food and everything, they're not going to come back, bro. What are you going to?
And that's why we survive.
It's the same thing with your woman. Like if you don't love her or like her, bro, she's not going to come back. Like, it's just it's all in the same concept, bro. Like, and people don't understand that at the end. And there's just so much with the food game that it's just like, we're giving you the love.
They're just trying to hit it and quit it.
Yeah. They're just there for the money. Hit it and quit it. Everybody's just there for the money. And it's like, at the end of the day, if you want life longevity in the food game, your food has to be.
And there's nothing better than seeing that homie that comes in. And it's like, you know, the dude everybody becomes homies, dog. You know, like, dog, what's up? Where do you work, dog? Like, where you at? Oh, I work.
Must be around here all the time.
Yeah. I'm a welder, or I do this, or, you know, they say we got the refinery workers. Shout out to them. We got the port workers. Shout out to them. We got the neighborhood.
Where I said you guys have always been that type to, you know. interest. Like you're not just.
And they got money. That's the thing in the food game.
Yeah.
People are afraid to charge for quality, so they rather keep the quality down to keep the prices down.
Yeah.
But you know, like these dudes got money. You know, like they're welders at the refinery. You know,
What's crazy is so we worked one time on the Buns truck. We went to by Calabasas to do I forgot what the name of it. It's the biggest inflatable jumper in the United States. They come around. They were over there at Delamo recently, but we went to go work for them. Funbox, that was their name. Shout out to Funbox. We went and we were the only food. They weren't allowed to bring drinks in. They weren't allowed to bring food in. Yeah. So we had drinks.
Exclusive vendor, yeah.
So our drinks were $1 at the time. Our burgers were 13, 15. Yeah. The guy comes up and goes, "Hey, I don't want to tell you how to run your business." He's like, "But I would take off the prices and up it $2, $3." He goes, "Because everywhere around here, and you're the only food." He goes, "It's like when you're at a concert, everything's upped a little bit more because that's all you can have." And
the logistics, though, it does cost more because now you're paying a crew. Like if you got the big events in Vegas, they're all Cali workers. Yeah. Then you got to pay for their room.
That one big event in San Diego.
Yep. Deftones, shout out to them. Deftones.
So like you guys know because you guys been in the truck, and I remember getting out there and just like seeing like people we're selling out. There was 4 heats throughout the day. 9 to 12, 12 to 3, like some random ass shit, and it closed at 9. We would have to go to the store in between each one because they would come and just ransack us of everything. Yeah. Because it held like 1,200 kids. People bouncing around all day. They're coming to eat. They're there for 3 hours. They paid $25 for a ticket. And I would just see it. And then my boss started to see it, and then that's when we started to look like, hold on. The price should go up a little bit more because as much as we're putting into it, but we were still giving you quality. We weren't just giving you the quantity. We were giving you the quality. Yeah. But that's where it goes into the game. Like, if you're not giving them the quality, you're not going to have people come back.
You hit and quit it, and they'll never forget you. You know, imagine if you nail it, right? You give them that good service, and they, you know, just like they become fans forever. You know, a lot of those people you did an event, they probably live in North Cali, or they probably live in Riverside or something, but they're going to start following you, and they're always going to support you. Hey, whenever I'm in LA, whenever I'm in San Pedro, I'm going to look for you.
We were out here on 25th Street, 25th and Western. Mind you, I'm saying Calabasas. This lady told us she lived in Calabasas. She came, and when she came, she pulled up, she goes, "I literally only drive here to come get a burger." I looked at the boss, and I was like, "I'm waiting." So he walked away. I go, "You know that lady lives in Calabasas, right?" Yeah. And he was like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, bro, remember that's the lady that the kid didn't want cheese, and we put cheese on the burger. And I went and hurry up and switched it out real quick, and we ended up giving him a cotton candy while he was waiting." The mom, loved
customer
it.
experience,
Bro,
you know,
came straight as soon as she came. When we got her order perfect down, and we gave her, at the time we were making loaded fries, so I gave her a loaded pastrami fry, just for coming, and she was just like, "Oh, what am I gonna do with all this food?" She's like, "Well, I guess I'll take it home to my dog," and she was just laughed it off, and they took off, man. And it was just like, you build that type of experience. That's what brought me back to you guys every time, is the experience that you guys gave us. Like, it wasn't like you guys were just in it for the money. Yeah. It was to the point that it was just like you guys were really, really there. Like, you guys would talk. Edgar would always come up to us talk, or Edgar would be like, "Hey, you want a horchata?" And bring it, like, just a little shit like that, and how you guys do with your guys' customers. It goes a long way, bro.
So another thing that's like another factor in the harbor is the tourism. People don't realize it rises during summertime. So a lot of these people are staying in the harbor, and then, you know, they're getting on the boats and they're going on cruises. So, you know, they're staying, they're getting a hotel for a night. They're coming into town, and, you know, they're gonna Yelp, they're gonna Google. Yeah. Well, you know, so if you got good food, good service, you're gonna pop up on top with the top stars. People are gonna come to you, you know, and that's cool. That's a really good feeling, you know, like, bro, people from everywhere.
It got to a point that I postmated one time all the way to my house on 25th. Yeah. It took forever, and it wasn't the guy took fucking long as shit, and that's always been the shit over there, bro. I remember when I worked there, all the Postmate orders, we'd be done, and they'd be just sitting there, and we're like, where the fuck are these guys at?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it's never. I'm telling you guys now, it is never the restaurant. It's always the driver.
I think they've kind of like, now it's becoming more of a normal.
Better because now when I order off Postmates, my shit's there in like 20 minutes.
It seems like, they got more people, more drivers, it's growing. But that thing really became like, oh, that's going to be the future. And then until COVID happened. And it's like, no, the future's now. Yeah. Like, we got to adapt to these technologies, and a lot of people didn't. A lot of the old school family-owned restaurants didn't. They're not on till this day. They're not. They're not on Postmates.
That's what. And it's like even like the donut shops now. I remember me and my mom just went to the donut shop. She was like, "Oh my god, the donut shop takes card." And I'm like, "When's the last time you've been to a donut shop?" And she's like, "Donut shops never took card." And I had to think back, like Granny's donut. All the donut shops never did. They only took cash. Yeah. And now you got every mom and pop donut shop with a ATM, everything a tap, and it's just like you had to adapt to
innovate.
They didn't want you using cash anymore, so you had to.
And the times we're in, 2024, like we're out in the 2020s, like like whatever is going to happen within these next few years with like AI and everybody like innovating, and we're entering like this new wave of the future. Like I think the future is, if you got a store, because there's a lot of street vendors, you can get tacos anywhere, but if you got an actual like a spot, you got to do something there. You got to make it where it's like, people want to come in.
So how did you come up with the Taco Tuesday social? Where did that concept come to your mind?
My mind is always running.
Oh no,
and
I'm gonna tell you guys one thing about Adam. When I worked there, it was when they first opened both sides, and Adam was the one that took all the pictures, everything on the website. That's this one.
Yeah.
And mind you, we had to eat all this food that he wanted to take pictures, and there would be days that I remember one time I went to lunch, and every time I went to lunch, I ordered 6 tacos. I don't know why, bro. It was just, that was it. 30-minute break, 6 tacos, come back in, and I'd be like, but at least I only got 2 more hours, because if I had to stay longer, I'd probably fall asleep. But I remember one time you were like, fuck that, Joe, you got to take some of this home, because you went through the whole menu and taking pictures outside. And I was like, damn, fucking Adam.
It's hard work. You got to be a business owner and a content creator and an influencer and all sorts of shit these days.
Going into the new generation, like you've always been on it.
As much as I got on my plate is like, I'm not trying to like force anything.
Yeah.
So whatever comes out naturally, that's what I like to flow with. So naturally, the idea of Taco Tuesday Social Club popped up. And it's like, it's a Tuesday. Everybody, like Harbor's full of the grinders, the workers, the hustlers,
Especially with it being Taco Tuesday. And that's a thing, bro. Like
it's Taco Tuesday, and like, if you're on the grind, if you're selling jewelry or clothing or whatever, everything's popping on the weekend. That's where the big money's on the weekend, as business. But on the Tuesday, there's really not much going on, so it kind of like it's a nice time.
It keeps you in the business.
Yeah, and it's a nice time we can all just let's come together. I invited electricians, plumbers, it's not like everybody.
It's not like it's like you got to come and be all extra social. It's just it gives you a way to see everything, to branch out to where everything's at. Like when it comes to when you guys had Galaxy there, I thought that was the coolest shit. Like, oh, you guys have a weed vendor, like, and that's what you guys always like. I remember when we had the guys at what was it over there by the 2-star McDonald's, the bud shop, Skippy's.
Okay.
I remember when I would go in there in the top shelf stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you get the top shelf discount." I'm like, "What's the top shelf discount?" And he would tell me, I'm like, "Oh well, shit, let me get an extra 2 of those." Like, and I remember how Skippy's was always they would come in all the time on Taco Tuesday, and that was the thing. Like after, I remember you would always go to the shop and come back and give us a joint. Here. I always love going home. I'm like, I got a long drive too. Fuck it, let's go.
It keeps me leveled, like I said, my mind's always running.
But that's what you've always had, your connects and everything, and like now I see you guys have always, since I've met you guys, always into UFC, always into mixed martial arts, all that stuff. You guys are always watching the fights there. Mind you, you guys were watching the fights there, people, for free. They weren't even charging you guys. They were just, they were watching the fights, so you guys got to watch the fights. And all you guys got to do is
if you know, you know.
Yeah, like, and that's what it was. And, you know, it was cool, bro. Like, and now to see that you guys are venturing in and bringing that into the shop, into the store, and like with you guys, with Sonny.
Yeah.
Shout out Sonny B. Movement.
That came, like you said, that came naturally.
Yeah,
that came naturally.
From San Pedro, which is naturally, and it's just like, it sees like you guys always been good people and amazing people, bro, and the company's been amazing. So Taco Tuesday Social, sorry I didn't make it this week. I will be at the next one though. Don't get us wrong. We will be vlogging it. It's just, that's a different move because I know Duno threw one for the podcasters a while back, and they were like, man, that was different. That's something different, and like to do it for, and you're bringing a little bit of everybody from the community. Yeah. That's a.
It doesn't matter what you do. If you do something, come through. That's it. You know, like everybody was just connecting somehow. Yeah. Like, hey, you know, and people got jobs on the spot. You know, like my painter got a job. You know, like I had my electrician there. You know, that dude's like.
And then you guys have that. I mean, you guys have the spot that it is a huge spot, and you guys again. When you guys broke that wall down and did that, you guys turned that thing around so fast. I remember we were there maybe fucking the month before, and when we came back, my sister pulled up. We were coming home from Vegas. We're like, that was our thing. When we went to Vegas and we were coming home, it would be the drive home, we'd be like, we're going to Top Shelf. First thing we're getting on the way in. I remember we left. We had
we're home.
We came back and we're like, I was like, what the fuck? And she was like, what? I was like, you see how big this fucking place is? She was like, no fucking way. We opened the door, and I was like, God damn. And that's what I looked at Edgar, and he was like, it's nice, huh? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, this is really nice. When did you guys do this? He's like, within I think it was like 2-3 weeks. I was like, damn, what the fuck? And then when I met Adrian finally, and then met all you guys, I was like, no wonder you guys got this shit done so fast. You guys don't slow the fuck down at all.
Yeah.
I remember just all the time, when you would come in, it was just like quick. You'd get what you got to get done, but you were doing a lot of shit in that time, and then it'd be like, what the fuck? I remember all the time, like, damn, that fool Adam leave. He had to make him a burrito every time, man. It'd either be Oscar or a Ray or somebody. I'd be like, hey, bro, somebody got to eat Adam's burrito because that shit, I already made it. And they're like, well, what's in it? Tell them. They'd be like, all right, fuck it, just give it to me. I'm like, yeah, because you would always put in orders, just disappear. It'd be like,
you gotta go, man.
Moving,
like,
bro.
Yeah.
Like even when I seen you that 420 when I was working on the truck, I was just like, is that? Oh shit! And I was like, yeah, it's only down the street. So, but you guys always been, and that's really creative, bro. To have a Taco Tuesday and social.
Just come together.
Spot,
you know?
like
everybody came through.
If you thought it was a Taco Tuesday social, like seeing the flyer, you would think it's gonna be like here, a big ass warehouse or something crazy. Yeah. But you're going to an actual taco spot.
Yeah.
It's everything right there.
Yeah, have some tacos, have some brew,
food,
just chill out, you know, and just see how you could connect. You're gonna meet somebody, you know. Like Elena was there with her neighbor, and then my sister walked in with my brother-in-law. So I was like, hey, you know, introduce them, and it's like my brother-in-law was like, that's my cousin. So Elena's neighbor is their cousin. Like, hey, you know, it's like they're all family. So it's like we all know each other. You know, somehow everybody knew each other somehow through one way or another.
Again with you know. With Sonny, it's just like, see, that's again, Pedro. And it's just like everybody's connected. The harbor is very small, but unity is somewhat needed in a lot of it because that's where shit gets fucked up. And that's cool to see, bro. You're bringing everybody together, and it
doesn't matter what city you in. It doesn't, whatever. If you do something, let's come together and see how we could work together, you know?
Good food, connect, and see what it is. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's the movement you guys are doing, and it sounds like you coming back from New York and saying, fucking, I want to do a hamburger spot. Yeah. And then when I talk to you, you're like, yeah, I want to rebrand this whole place, and that's a good start.
Keep innovating.
That's a good start for rebranding a Taco Tuesday social. Like, that shit's, I like it. And the new little logo that you guys got.
I got some mom and pop shops that I go to, you know, like fire ass spots.
Yeah, man, we gonna have to try. We gonna have to start something, man. Fucking yeah, that back to the social. Like the social club is that's a great look to the rebranding, and to see that the rebranding, the way that it's only been a month since I talked to you, bro. When I walked in there,
Yeah.
and you already stepped foot into the rebranding. Like here we go. We're in it. Let's go get it. And that's what I always like admired about you guys. Like you guys stay committed to the whole top shelf culture. Like everything has to be top shelf.
Yeah. Even when we slip and we're kind of just like, damn, what are we doing this for? It's like, it's top shelf. That's what we got to do. You know, just do that. Everything else.
How was it for you guys, COVID?
The like I said, if you nail it right, you got a formula. You got to create a formula. You know, whatever you're selling, and if you nail it right, if you get it good, you like I said, those people are going to become friends. You know, you want the lifelong customers. You don't want the hit it and quit it's. You know, like you want people that they take care of you, you take care of them. You take care of them, they take care of you. You know, it's just all vice versa. So that's the people who are coming through during COVID. The people that we took care of right before COVID happened, when we were just doing business as usual. Those are the only people that we really saw during COVID. You know, and it's like that kept us alive until that shit rolled over and you know everything opened back up.
That's what I like. I'm a firm believer in. Like besides marathon clothing, like the only clothing I will buy is Pro Club and a local business, or I see somebody on the street selling T-shirts and it's their brand. Like, remember one time I was coming out of the Walmart and some guy had these T-shirts and it was like a monkey on the shirt, but the monkey was like a bunch of different colors and like I was just like, yeah, how much? He was like 25, and it was him and his son. I was like, well, shit, let me get 3 of them.
Yep.
Grabbed them, took them to the car, and I think I wore 2 of them. The other one ended up being too small. I gave it to somebody, but they were cool and like. Yeah. I just talked to my homeboy Rudy, and he has his own clothing line, and his thing is he puts like YSL, Gucci, or anything, wax it out and says support the hood. So he has
nice.
It was called Favela. So that's the name of his clothing line, and the way he marketed it is just like, you know, and him too. Like I went and grabbed his hoodie as soon as he dropped it. He has never charged me for one of them. I love him. That's been one of my boys since high school. Like, and I always show love to him. Like I tell him all the time, man. Like, no, I got it. But he had already told me like when I come out with some like exclusive shit, then we have to talk. But I was like, yeah, bro, of course. Like even like if we do some fucking custom shit, like I'm gonna tell you like let's do some custom shit with that. But you know, I'll give you the money. You just get it. You do it. I'll give you the money and. That's what I've always been a firm believer in. That's why, like, during COVID, like, I took everybody to Top Shelf. That was my homeboy, Ray, that was the big dude I always come in there with the beard. He'd always be like, I'd be like, hey, man, we got to take a drive. He's like, again? And I'm like, what? You ain't paying for it, motherfucker. Like, come on. He's like, all right. And we'd always go to Top Shelf, bro. And that was my way of, like, showing love back. It was just like, at the time, you guys were open. There wasn't too many places to eat either. It was just like I went to y'all or I went to Buns, and I ended up working at Buns. Yeah. And I think that's why too, is because Buns always gave me that same kind of feeling you guys did. It was more intensive and showing like, hey, we care what your opinion is. We care what you think, and like we want you to come back. And that's where I think it is like a lot of mom and pops. Probably places that shut down, they weren't too intensive on like.
It was crazy times though.
Yeah.
Every day was a new day. Yeah. It's like, hey, now you gotta put the stickers. Now you have to have a fucking plexiglass.
I remember I was in the smoke shop, and this was the day that they were shutting completely everybody down that wasn't a grocery store or anything. Yeah. And I was in there, and this is before they're fucking legal. I'm over here. I hear this. Hey, sir. And there's a cop sitting right there. I'm like, hello? Yeah. He goes, I'm not even worried about that. He goes, you know you guys aren't supposed to be open, right? I go, no, I didn't. He goes, yeah.
Nah, you're essential.
You gotta close within 15 minutes.
You're an essential business.
We're gonna give you a ticket. I was like, called the boss, and I was like, hey, dude, sorry to tell you, but cops just showed up. They said they're gonna give us a $1,500 ticket unless I get out of here in 15. He was like, well, get the fuck out. I was like, bet.
Yeah.
Shut up, got my bong, put it away, got everything, packed up, got out, locked it, got out, and I was just like, man, fuck that. But if you weren't essential, like it was crazy.
That was one of the days. It was like, yo, we had to ask ourselves, are we essential? Are we essential? Like we're food, right? Like, we're food. Like, all right, should we stay open? Like, yeah, motherfucker. Like,
just like
keep it open.
And dumb, like, dumb little shit or pickup, like.
But this is when I knew it was real though. It was because we're all traumatized from that a little bit. You know, like if you're in the food game at that time, it was crazy. So it was one of the customers. She was like up in line, and it was like a busy. You know, everybody got the mask. We put the plexiglass. Everybody, and like she sneezed in her mask, and when she let off that sneeze, like. The whole restaurant just like spread out, you know, like she did let off a sneeze, and I was like, damn, that's when I knew like we're like, nobody knows what's going on right now, you know. Is this shit gonna kill you? Is it not? Like, I had my kids during COVID, you know, like 2 kids during that whole thing, you know, like we had some time on our hands, you know.
I had one time after. I had one after COVID.
So yeah, it was just like, you know, fuck man, I got a newborn, I gotta go, I gotta wear 2 masks, I gotta get home, I gotta shower, you know, like, am I bringing this shit home? Like, man, but
it was a little spooked,
And then, you know, and then I was like, yo, just business as usual, just whatever it took to stay open, you know, because like if we didn't stay open, like we're done.
Yeah.
You know, like we're done. So we just like whatever it takes to stay open, let's do it. And whatever fucking rule they let off, we're doing it. We stayed open. We were able to survive.
Yeah. And every time I went, you guys were still pumping out orders. It was weird to see you guys behind the plexiglass and
it was fucking weird. I couldn't wait to get all that shit off, you know?
Salsas and everything.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching I think it was Araya. One time I went, she was on the table doing the salsas, and it was like a huge ass fucking the table was full with the little cups, and she was just. I looked at her and I was like, "Damn, you gotta do this." She was like, "Yeah, because we can't let you guys do it." She's
the
like,
salsa bar system that we have, people couldn't come and touch stuff. We have to have everything packaged. I was like,
God damn! And I remember like even when they would just do the little bit for the to go, like that was even much like damn. But now you have to do what you guys are selling tacos all day, so fucking probably like 1,000, 1,200 a day of just salsa squirting.
Yeah.
And it was just like I could see like different restaurants I went to where the wear and tear was coming, like how you had to change up.
Yeah.
Even if it was just the little slightest thing, but that shit might have knocked down 15, 20 minutes out of your normal time on a normal day. Like it was just, and especially I can only imagine like a Taco Tuesday with that kind of system in play. Like it was just, that would be hard.
So yeah, I mean, I'm just lucky we survived.
Kind of not so hectic because you don't have to hear it. And I think that was the worst thing about Taco Tuesdays is you're cooking and you're hearing all the other orders coming in, people complaining. It's just like, fuck, and then you got all the tickets, and I was just like, yeah, that's what it is. You guys are so busy because you guys have been open how many years now?
It's almost gonna be 10. Yeah, 10 years. So that was like right in the middle of like any business, everybody's fragile, and something like that can really, like just put you out of business,
Easy.
And, luckily, like you said, we're at that point where we're already pretty much established, we already had some years in, and then, but and there was like those businesses that launched during that time and right before, and they didn't survive, like they couldn't. They didn't have no built clientele base. They didn't have any of that.
Yeah, because you just. I forgot what restaurant it was that I went to, and they just opened during COVID, and I think it was like maybe like 6 months later.
Done.
They were already done. And I was just like, damn, bro, that's because you guys try to start something in the middle of fucking.
Yeah.
Disaster, bro. Everybody thought we weren't even gonna make it throughout the end of the.
And we had all the riots.
Yeah.
Remember? So you see.
I was down here.
Yeah.
So I was down here, right? And I tell my homeboy, because my boss is like, hey, man, get some bats just in case. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get some bats? Like,
You mean go get a pistol or something, right? Like, I'm over here telling my I'm like, hey, man, you know, bring me some shit just in case some shit pops off. This fool comes with a huge crowbar and a big-ass sledgehammer. And when he gave it to me, I go, he put it up on the wall, I go, have you been smoking? He goes, no. I go, do you want to? He goes, yeah. I go, because if the cops come in here, that looks like I'm about to go loot somewhere. That doesn't look like I'm gonna save myself. I go, it looks like I'm gonna pop a lock or smack the lock, and then I'm gonna break some glass. I go, so what did you bring me? And he was just looking at me, goes, you know what? I didn't think about that when I brought this stuff down. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was like, yeah, bro. I go, you totally brought the wrong kind of material. You think I'm gonna try to swing a sledgehammer at a bunch of dudes trying to break in
a
here?
whole crowd.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking dead at the end of that.
So I had one of the customers, she came, she's like, hey, you know, my dad, he does wood and stuff. Like, he could come in and block all your windows if you want. And that's when it kind of clicked. Like, damn, are motherfuckers really going to come here? Like, you know, our food, you're seeing it on the social, you see it on, you know, like.
People in Pedro, they were going crazy. There were people outside. Like, I know one of the shops had people with guns on top of these buildings, like everything, bro. Like, everybody thought it was going to get bad, but it missed both of us. They went to Long Beach.
Yeah.
And they stole stupid shit in Long Beach. But, you know, you don't, at that time you didn't know. We're going through COVID. We're going through the George Floyd thing. Like, everything hit us all at once. And it was just like, when they said, hey, board up your windows, it was just like.
It was like, wait, I'm already over here, plexiglass. I got all these signs for.
Now you want me to board the windows?
Yeah, now I looked down, I was like, damn, are motherfuckers really coming? You know, like, what? Is there gonna be a crowd?
Yeah, like, what the fuck is about to happen? Are they really gonna jump us for some tacos?
Yeah.
But at the time, like, the world, nobody knew what
the fuck was happening. Yeah.
I remember when I was at home I was at work. I was down here, and the text came out about the curfew, and I was like,
damn.
Fuck you mean I gotta be home by 6? You're tripping.
The curfews.
And I got I remember I was leaving, and the cop was driving by, and I'm over here locking the building. He goes, hey, don't you know you're supposed to be home already? I was like,
damn.
What? I was like, no, but I'm going home. He goes, yeah, hurry up. I was like, man,
empty ass freeways.
Yeah.
Remember that time?
Oh, man.
Empty ass freeways.
So I did a drop during COVID for my Chasing the Dream. And actually, I came and dropped off one to Tati while she was working there. And when I did the drop, I remember I was like, fuck, I gotta drive to downtown LA and get these fucking blanks. I forgot. And my homegirl was like, what are you tripping for? It's gonna take us like 20 minutes. I was like, what the fuck you mean 20 minutes? She goes, dude, watch. And we got on the freeway, and I hadn't left the house anymore. We got on the freeway, and we're just like, I was like, damn, there's nobody on the fucking streets.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. And like, even like right when COVID opened up for a little bit, you gotta remember, everybody's on unemployment getting this fucking whole lump sum, and the first thing that opens up is the malls. So that's the first place I went, and I remember that was the thing. That was the first time I took my homeboy right there to Top Shelf, because we were on the way. Well, he had been there before when I worked there. Because remember I would get ready in the bathroom to go to the bar right after. Yeah. So he was the dude that picked me up, and I remember we went to the mall, and I was like, "Hey, bro, let's just go to Top Shelf. They're open." He was like, "You sure, bro?" He's like, "I don't want to drive all the way to Carson, and then they're closed." I was like, "Nah, bro, they're open." So I remember when I got tacos, but at the time, like, it was just so wild. Like, even just going into the mall, nobody there.
Yeah.
Even like the people working were just like it was like 1 to 2 people in the store. And I was just like, damn, I remember we were there one day and these kids came in and because they were masked up, they robbed the jewelry place, but it was the little in the middle kiosk. I remember we were laughing at them the whole time, and these kids are looking at us like, what the fuck are they laughing at? We're laughing the whole time. When then they run out, when they're running, my homeboy's like, hey, you know none of it's real, right? And the kids look back and they're like, what? And they're running from the cops, and we're like, going to jail for some fucking fake jewelry, bro. And it was way more than fucking probably, who knows what those people would have hiked it up to. It was way more than $5,000 because they took the whole fucking kiosk. Damn. I was like, damn, these kids is really wild. And that's why, like, you would never think you're at a taco spot. Hey, we can board up your windows. Why? Oh, they might Molotov cocktail. We're like, come on, bro. They ain't doing all that, but why are they gonna break a taco place? Like, go to the Dollar Tree or something. They got stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
You're gonna come steal my fucking car. I saw that. Crazy.
That's what I started realizing that. I realized that during COVID and everybody's having a hard time finding stuff at the grocery. I was like, damn, we're prime targets.
Yeah, like,
we got a lot. We got a lot of things. We got carne asada. We got chicken. We got everything.
We got the guac. We got the salsas.
So I feel like because of that, now everybody's just like happy to get together. You know, like let's just get together, let's get out now. Because, you know, we kind of like, you know, we went more inward into social media during those times and everybody was home. So now just getting out, you know, and just like, you know, Taco Tuesday and actually seeing everybody in person, you know, it's like it's a better feeling.
Yeah,
you know?
better feeling.
Yeah, we've been liking each other's shit and following each other, but when we all together, you know, it's like, what's up?
Yeah, I think
you know,
when it
like,
finally reopened and everything got back to normal, like it was just kind of like, all right, like we're settling in, we're here, and now like we've been a couple years out of it. People are probably, bro, there's a gang people that are still traumatized to this day about that shit.
Yeah.
But now we're a little bit out of it, and it's just kind of like, all right, you know, we can breathe now.
it feels good, and it feels good where it's like it's a great time
You know, at the end, like there was still kind of everybody in the back of their head is like, they're just gonna fucking close this down again. They're gonna close this fucking down.
Yeah, for a while.
And even
And they did. They opened, and remember, it closed once, so they're like, nah, they do this shit,
But
they're gonna
even
keep
recently, there was like little reports like, oh, they might shut us down again. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
If they do that again, they really better be ready to pay us some money, because I'm not gonna sit at home and you guys fuck up our whole business.
It fucked up a lot of shit, and I feel like now we're kind of like we've got to a point where it's like everything feels good to do something.
So
like,
is that why you're?
Yeah, just do something. Whatever it is, it's a good time. You know, like.
So is that what brought you the mind idea to say top shelf burgers?
It's because Top Shelf Tacos. The thing with the reality of Mexican restaurants is it's a lot of prep work. A lot of prep. We're prepping the carne asada, the chicken, the al pastor, you know, like the carnitas.
People don't realize, and this is why I say, customers need to really be nice to people that handle your food, because it's not because they're gonna fuck with it. It's one, you guys just think that we're just scooping shit into fucking tortillas and rolling it up. That's not the case. There goes into making it. There goes into prepping the onions, prepping the cilantro, prepping the limes,
the salsas, the agua frescas, everything.
And then
it's a lot.
And then there's, at the time, we have 5-6 different meats and shrimp, and people are.
It's a different, different recipe for every different meat.
And then there's
different
fries,
process.
There's nachos, but they don't realize that you guys make the nachos. The nachos are made to order. It's not like they're sitting there in the bag getting stale. Like made to order, fries made to order. Like it's just they don't understand the time. And that's why I always tell people, like, when I go out with like different homeboys and they'll be like, man, this place takes forever. I'm like, bro, you ordered a steak. We all ordered burgers. We got a burger out here because it took about 10 minutes to make the burger and stack it. Your steak takes about 15. So I don't know what you want them to do, bro. Like you're the one that ordered the shit that was gonna be longer to cook. Like, and people don't realize there's a lot of shit that goes into this business, especially with your guys' menu. You guys, it's not like you guys are buying fucking jalapeno poppers that are already fucking made in box. You guys are making those in house.
Tell me where to find a fire ass jalapeno popper like that, or something as equal of good, or if not better. Because I can't find them.
For me, it's not even where they at. It's we live here. Not too many people want to drive to fucking Timbuk fucking 2 to try something.
Yeah.
Like recently, I wanted to try Vila Tacos because I seen my boys at Community World, Duno and them, they went and tried them out, but it's all the way in East LA. I'm like, ooh,
timing,
45
bro.
minutes with no traffic right now. I'm like, that's too far away. If I'm ever out there, I might make my way, but I got to remember it, and I'm not good at remembering that. I've been wanting to. Have you ever heard of Archie's?
Archie's.
It's called Archie's Deli. It's in, I think it's West Hollywood, closer to the Valley, and it's like a bodega. type style. They make sandwiches, everything. They're supposed to have fire ass sandwiches.
Which is a concept.
Yeah, and they
Great
have like
time
all
for concepts,
they
you
have
know?
all the chips from China, Australia, all the chocolates, all the candy.
yeah.
You got everything. Everything's exotic. And
Everybody could pave their own lane,
Yeah,
and you know,
but
everybody has their own
I've
unique.
been out there, Adam, 6 different times, and I don't remember until I get home. I'm like, damn, I could have went to Archie's today.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what? I'm like, but that's the thing. Like, when you come up with concepts and little things like that, it's a whole different world. You go to, like, with this burger concept, the way you guys are already pushing it out there, it's already a different concept because people are looking at it like,
It's the wild child of the top shelf. That's what I wanted to do. So,
and that's what it looks like.
It's gonna be, you know, a little bit more creative freedom, and you know, now we're mobile, so we could do, you know, concerts, events, private events, whatever it is, but also still be stationed somewhere where you could always find us.
Yeah.
So,
and especially with the concept to have like, I mean, say, you know, people have a lot of different concepts for birthday parties. You have a fucking robbery birthday party, and you guys pull up with the ski mask on, and the big ass lime green truck. Like the concept is everywhere for you guys, and the way you guys are already bringing it out, that shit had me dying. I wish we didn't work. I wish we weren't on mute on live this morning because that shit had me dying the first time I watched it. It had me dying again. I was like, and the way you guys just sitting there. Still, I was like, look at these guys. I was like, this is fucking tight, bro.
And just like I said, trying to be different because right now in the food game and the like social media, it's like do the stupid funny videos.
Yeah.
You know, like throw fucking agua fresca to your face and or like you know some bullshit. You know, and it's like I'm not gonna go that route, bro.
I'm surprised you have me because you.
And you see it, and it's like it kind of hurts because like you one post that got like 100,000 likes or something. You know, like,
but that's the world we're in.
But what I learned is like I go in there, bro. I love good food. I love good restaurants, you know. So I'm a fan of everybody, you know. Like if it's good food and a clean restaurant.
I remember for a minute we would order. That's when you guys found out about Wingferno.
Okay.
You guys are the reason why I found out about Wingferno. I remember I remember it was you. No, it was Oscar. He was like telling me the levels of heat, and I remember I said, he was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
We go other spots. We support, you know.
I got like the hottest one. He was waiting for me when I got it. He waiting. I was just like, yeah. I bit into it. I was like, oh yeah, this is fine. And when he walked away, I was like, what the fuck is this? I remember I had to take walk everything in just to calm it down. But like, you guys always working when we get lunch. It wasn't like we always ate top shelf. Like you guys would be like, hey, you guys want to try this place? Like, in a couple of places, I was like, damn, this is fire.
I try the competition.
That's when the chicken places started. I think you fucking went.
Yeah.
I think you were one of the ones
concept.
that went and stood in line for fucking Popeyes when the chicken sandwiches came out.
Yeah.
Because you were the reason why I tried the chicken sandwich too. Yeah. But it was just, you guys have always been, you guys show love, and you guys always showed love to me, especially when you did the Dro Boy stuff and picked up a couple sweaters. Like you really you've always been one of them ones, and I love y'all, bro, and appreciate everything you guys did for me back in the day, giving me the job and the chance, and like seeing where you guys are at right now, bro. It's just like, it's really eye-opening, bro. Like you guys keep innovating and keep going, and I love to know that Top Shelf is always going to be there. Even tacos, burgers, tacos,
pizza, whatever it is, as long as it's Top Shelf.
Honestly,
you know?
knowing you, Adam, once the burger place gets cracking and it's already got a booming name, you'll fucking go out of town to fucking somewhere, maybe Philly, and see a Philly cheesesteak and say, fuck it, we're going to do Philly cheesesteaks. Like, it's just, you got to keep staying fresh, bro. Yeah. And you guys have stayed fresh through it all, through COVID, everything. And I really appreciate you coming, man, letting me do this and, you know, showing me the love and letting me do one of the interviews, especially with you guys coming out with Top Shelf Burgers, which I will vlog and I will taste the shit out of that burger.
It's coming soon.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you,
Thank you, brother. This is Ash's Talk. Make sure you guys go to Top Shelf Tacos. Follow them on Instagram. Top Shelf Burgers. Make your way out there. It's on Avalon, Sepulveda, right next to the Domino's. It's not going to be something that you not going to like. You're going to love it, and you're going to go back every single fucking time. That's Talk. Thank you.